is currently 10:58 a.m. on a Monday. I woke up like 10 minutes ago and I have my first class at 11. And it is an independent seminar on machine learning for Black Lives Matter, for the Black Lives Matter movement. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting like independent work seminar. I'll tell you more about it after the class, but I have to log on to Zoom in like a minute. So yeah, this is usually how my Monday mornings start. I'm sleeping until like 10:50 and then I have class at 11 a.m. Okay, so I just finished my independent work seminar. So basically, as a computer science major at Princeton, you have to do independent work sometime between your junior and senior year. And since I didn't do it last year, I have to do it this year. And my independent work seminar is called Machine Learning for the Black Lives Matter movement, and we're looking at different data around the Black Lives Matter movement or around like racial justice, and seeing if we can find useful trends that can inform like future work. So yeah, it's interesting. Most people do independent work the first time in a seminar, but some people work one-on-one with a professor. But I decided just to take a chill semester and work with seminar, and we meet once a week and everyone shares like their progress on the work, and then the professor also talks about like different methods that we could be thinking about or different other resources that we could integrate into our work. Yeah, so that's basically my research so far. I'm just looking at like how influence spreads within a police department. If there's like officers that have multiple complaints on them, like how does their influence spread? Alright, gonna make some ramen for lunch. Okay, it is almost 1:30 and I have class from 1:30 to 4:20 on Mondays, and yeah, my class is on, it's called Futures for All, and it's a visual arts class, and it's kind of thinking about like the design of the future and like speculative design, and how do you like make art that says something about the future and where it's headed. So yeah, that's a little bit of my class. It's pretty fun, but 3 hours on Zoom is like kind of a drag. Yeah. Okay, it is now 4:30. I just finished class. It went over a little bit. Yeah, it was a really interesting class. We had like a guest artist come in and talk about his work, and we just like went over last week's assignments and a little bit of a critique, and then I also had a presentation today on capitalism and the birth of a life, so that was interesting. I have a meeting for my campus job at the LGBT Center at 5:30 to 6:30, which is in an hour, so I think I'm just going to like maybe work out or do something to turn my brain off for an hour. I've literally been in class since 11. Yeah. It is 8:29 a.m. on Tuesday. I have class at 8:30. And it's Tuesday. Happy election day. For the past like week or 2 weeks, I've been like kind of staying up late, scrolling through news, just like scrolling on Reddit. I don't know, just like staying up late reading news, and like the election has been stressing me out. So maybe after tonight, I can finally put an end to like sleeping at 2 a.m. for no reason. But yeah, I am very nervous for today. Okay, so I finished my 8:30 to 10 a.m. class. It's with the African American Studies Department on scientific racism and historical determinism of like concepts of race. It's pretty interesting, but an hour and a half is a long time to sit on Zoom. Normally around this time I take a nap, but I think today I might not get some work done or just procrastinate. I don't know. But yeah. Nice. This looks so good. I'm excited to eat it. And then, you know, just watching some lecture for computer vision. Okay, I have my creative writing class from 1:30 to 3:20, so the next 2 hours, and yeah. So I downloaded this app that tracks how long you're spending on your computer for Windows, and yeah, I really do spend a lot of time on here, like more than 5 hours a day most days. This was Halloween and I like spent most of it outside, so yeah, but this day I spent like 17 hours on my computer. That's so long. Going, guys.
Oh, no.
I'll wait the leading on 48 to 49.
Wait, Trump's leading
election day surge. At least Joe Biden is leading there. That's a potential, right? So you keep looking at this map. That will get.
Yeah, Democrats took 1 seat, but Republicans also took 1 seat, so Democrats still need 4 more seats.
Okay, it is 10 a.m. on Wednesday, the day after the election. I went to bed at like 1 a.m. It was so nerve-wracking last night. Oh my god. Like, I was just getting bad horror flashbacks of 2016. Like, Democrats were not, like, winning. Like, the polls had suggested, and multiple counties, like, especially Miami-Dade didn't do as well as the Biden party predicted. Oh my god, it was just such a disaster. But the results of the election are still, like, unclear, and it might tilt in Biden's favor. It still seems a little unsure. I don't know, last night I ate a lot of spicy Thai food, and plus I was really nervous for the election, so I just went to bed and was like, ugh, take me out of this. Also, unfortunately I have no class on Wednesdays this semester, and so I usually just use Wednesdays to catch up on work, and I have a lot of meetings and stuff on today, so, yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Okay, so I was reading this article about people who simply just like rented a cabin in the woods on election Tuesday and Wednesday, and they would just like not pay attention to results until like they were actually decided on like Wednesday afternoon to avoid all the election stress. And I was like, that sounds like a pretty good idea actually. I also have a book that I've been meaning to read. It was like for a book club on like Asian American authors that I joined this semester. We were supposed to discuss this last Saturday, and I simply just like have not read any single word in this entire book, so might as well just start now and see what it's about. I'm excited. And also, on my way to the park, sometimes people just leave stuff like outside their homes for the taking, like a free like drop box for books and stuff, and sometimes people will like leave their furniture or something, but someone left this like 1,000 piece puzzle of like all the national parks, so I'm like, oh, okay, interesting, so I might take that back and start it. Nice haul, TBH.
She is the limp one, hairless.
I have Indian food for dinner. Okay, it is Thursday morning and I have class at 8:30 right now. My scientific racism class meets Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30, and it's kind of a drag to wake up at 8:30, but here I am, ready to go. Hey, what do we have for dinner, guys?
We have KBBQ.
White rice.
Okay, there are these leftovers from yesterday of the sweet potato and then broccoli and then short ribs. Okay, so how are we feeling 2 days post-election?
Oh, it's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Okay, every Thursday from 7 to 10 I have this training for Contact, which is a group on campus that volunteers for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline and a local crisis chat. And I've always wanted to do it during my time at Princeton, but I have always had something on Thursday nights, but this is the one semester that I don't, so I decided to go do the training. It's like 30 hours total. It's like 3 hours every Thursday for 10 weeks. Yeah, so it's been really informative so far, and I'm learning a lot about like mental health and like how to handle things in a crisis, because I feel like a lot of people know about first aid, but not necessarily mental health first aid.
Very cool thing to do to somebody.
I mean, look, it's like so close. Like, Biden is only behind by like 1.9 thousand votes. It's, or 1.9K. It's so close. Okay, it is Friday morning. I slept in a little bit, but the first thing I did this morning was to check the results of the election. Biden is in the lead in Georgia by a very, very narrow margin, and in Philadelphia or Pennsylvania. I did not expect to be still talking about the election like 4 days later, but here we are. Yeah, I feel like this week in the life of a Princeton student video vlog has turned more into an election week reaction vlog, but here we are. Yeah, so I don't really have that much to do today. I have no class on Fridays, so that's super clutch. No class on Wednesdays and Fridays, senior year, really living it up in the fall. But I do have to work on an assignment for my visual arts class, and let's see what else. I have to do a little bit of like website design for my job at the LGBT Center, and I also have an assignment due for the newspaper. I'm a cartoon editor for the newspaper I joined like this semester in an attempt to like do a campus activity that like could be done virtually, and it's due at 5 p.m. today, and I've just simply not started. Okay, cool. Check out this check out what I've done for my visual arts project. I think this is pretty cool actually. It's an augmented reality thing, and I like made these assets in Blender last week, and they're supposed to be a project on climate change and food, and so these are all like cheese, corn, meat, and it's supposed to be bread, but I kind of fucked up a little, so anyway. Yeah, this is so cool, and you can like move around and like, yeah. Okay, here's my lunch for today. Avocado toast with short ribs.
Neglected to tell me that our guests have arrived.
Oh my god, Biden won! Yeah, so that was a week in my life as a Princeton student. I hope this was informative in some way. Otherwise, just enjoy the week that I watched the election.